Okay, so we don't have any merch, just saying. But look at this. That's my channel logo on the shirt. That's pretty sick. Anyways, let's get off with something I want to talk about. So I meant to record this video yesterday, but something came up. It was just a little complicated day yesterday, and so I'm recording it today. So today we are yesterday, which was June 30th, the last little bit of news for Sonic Frontiers came out, and I have a lot to talk about. And so, these are my top 5 most hyped things for Sonic Frontiers. So let's get on with this video and start. Let's just go out of the way. But before we get into that, I want you guys to give this video a like, the channel a subscribe, and that would be most appreciated. And without further ado, let's get started with number 5. Okay, so starting off at number 5, we have the Cyberspace Levels, which are little bite-sized levels, kind of like in old 3D Sonic games like Sonic Generations, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, and Sonic Forces. Hopefully less like Sonic Forces. Which would be like sort of a side thing that you do to unlock keys throughout the world, and a lot of good things have been happening. Each Cyberspace level is supposedly around 2 minutes, which is decent length. I mean, it's not super long, but it's not super short neither. And I've heard the controls are great, or at least fine. They're usable, right? They're not something that's gonna ruin the game. And so he said that even though the cyberspace levels are a little on the short side, I mean, once again, 2 minutes is still pretty short. They were still replayable. They were very good, and they were replayable, which is definitely a good thing. You want replayability in these little bite-sized levels, or like in Forces, as soon as you play one, you just don't want to come back to it. You just have no reason to. But he said in Sonic Frontiers, these cyberspace levels you do want to come back to. Now we've heard of 4 different level themes. We have green. I'll just do them from least interesting to most interesting. So the most interesting definitely is Green Hill Zone again for the millionth time. Wow. Okay, so we have Chemical Plant as well, which is again interesting, super interesting. We have the Sky Temple, which I'm sure is going to be more like Sky Sanctuary from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Knuckles. But the most interesting, and it is actually a new one, is this Highway Zone, which is super cool in my opinion. I love how it looks, and I cannot wait to play it. And all of it looks great. He said the level design leads more in towards the how Generations was level design, and in my opinion, that's a good thing. Of all the 3D Sonic games, that one had the best level design. It even had my favorite Sonic stage of all time. It was the 3D Sonic 06 stage, and it's great in my opinion. It's amazing. It's my favorite Sonic stage of all time because it has some parts where you go very fast, but also has some parts where you platform, which is also great. It's very cool platforming as well as speed, which is a good mixture of both, and I feel like it's great. It also Sonic Generations, in my opinion, had the most satisfying homing attack, which is great in my opinion. And yeah, it's gonna be like Sonic Generations seemed to controls very nicely. The zones, the themes are nothing we haven't seen before other than the highway one, but it seems very fun. Can't wait to play them. Okay, so at number 4 we have the new character in Sage, and she seems to be a very interesting villain. As you know, most villains have just been Eggman. What does he do? He goes and creates chaos. Sonic must stop him. Let's go. But this seems to be a bit different, as it doesn't seem Sage is causing much chaos. Maybe she is, but different in Eggman. And I know we already have seen enough characters in Sonic, but once again, I'm very interested to see what they will do with Sage. And I know it's I'm more interested than hyped, but I was also a little bit less hyped than interested for the cyberspace levels, but I am hyped for these last 2 spots. The top 3 will definitely be more hyped than interested. But say once again, I've heard a lot of people say she seems like a knockoff of Infinite, and I don't think that's going to be the case at all. Like, seriously, Infinite and Sage, I feel like, are going to be two completely different characters, and if they are one-to-one copies of each other, then, well, that's just that. But I'm very interested to see what Sage will bring to Sonic Frontiers, and to see what her role will be in the game. I just said in twice. What? I'm weird. Okay, I think I'm very hyped to see what they're gonna do with Sage, and I'm very interested to see what she will do in the game. And next one. Let's go to the next one. Okay, number 3, the open world, or well, open zone. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be multiple islands. I heard, like, all the gameplay we have seen so far is just of the first island, which is very interesting. I've heard 2 different scenarios. Like, the first one is that there's going to be 4 islands, and then the second one is that there's going to be 7. Okay, that's 2, like, wildly different numbers. I was thinking it would be, like, 4 or 5, and then, like, 6 or 7, but no, it's just 4 and just 7. I hope it is 7. That would be super cool. But I'm very excited to explore all these different worlds with Sonic speed. Like, it'll be super fast to run throughout these islands and to explore them with Sonic's insane speed. Like, in Breath of the Wild, it's fun, but it takes, like, so long to get anywhere. And yeah, I know Breath of the Wild is open world. This is different. This is not open world because there are multiple islands. Each island will serve its own zone, so it's gonna feel more like Mario Odyssey, which with different, like, sandbox style worlds. I'm pretty sure that I'm hoping that's how it's gonna play, because Mario Odyssey is my favorite game of all time. And interesting fact about me, Mario Odyssey is my favorite game of all time. But I'm hoping it's gonna play like Mario Odyssey. Not exactly, just like the zone format. Like, it's gonna have multiple sandbox areas that Sonic can explore, and with his speed, we'll be able to get around these zones very fast. And so if we see something in the distance, we'll be able to zoom toward that thing we want to go explore, and it'll be super fun. I cannot wait to explore all these different islands. And once again, we just saw all the footage was from the first island, which is very cool. Maybe all these islands will just be the same aesthetic, just green grass, which should be fun. But I'm hoping that's not the case, and hopefully it will be great, you know? Alright, next one. Okay, so coming in at number 2, we're gonna have the combat. Now, combat has never been really a focus in Sonic games, because basically the combat all just did, you see an enemy, here's Sonic, jump, boom, dead. Or here, you see an enemy, see Sonic, jump, boom, dead. What that was, he was homing attack. But there's like different ways you can attack enemies in this game now. There's going to be a skill tree, which is amazing. I love skill trees in video games. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is an amazing game in my opinion. More Assassin's Creed games. Yeah. Jedi Fallen Order, great skill tree. I just love all these different skills that you can acquire. And so we'll be able to see more of what Sonic can do, or I mean, like, what Sonic will do in Sonic Frontiers when we get to play it. And I'm very excited to see all the combat we can do. And each enemy will have different attack patterns, so we'll have to use different moves in different orders in order to kill all the enemies. And we also have these giant Titan bosses, which should be loads of fun. And hopefully it's not like button mashing where you just boom, dead. But I guess that's like what Odyssey is kind of like, I guess, but I don't know. Should be fun. Cannot wait to see it. And I just can't wait to play this game and explore the combat. So yeah, let's move on to number 1, shall we? And finally, coming in at number 1, and I did not expect this to be at number 1, but I don't know why it is a number 1, because Sonic is not known for these types of things ever since Sonic Adventure 2. But number 1 is the story. I mean, like, most Sonic stories ever more recent games has been like, Eggman does something bad, here's Sonic, let's go stop him. Boom, there it is. That's the story. Like the last, I'm pretty sure good story was like Sonic, maybe Sonic Unleashed. I mean, like, I actually watched that, and I actually kind of like the story in Sonic Unleashed. I haven't played the game yet, and I really want to. But yeah, I've heard like they're taking their time with this story and making it more than just here's a bad guy, here's Sonic, we must go stop the bad guy. It should be interesting. And we have Ian Flynn, who is the director of most Sonic comics, which are known for their impressive stories. And Ian Flynn is also directing this game. Like, Sonic kind of gave him the story idea, and so he just he's working his magic, putting it into Sonic Frontiers for us to explore. This story sounds very interesting, along with Sage, like the character I explained in number 4, and who's now going to be who's now in like a big player in this story. And like, so I won't spoil anything from the story. You probably heard of it, but they gave us a lot of information on what the story is going to be about. They haven't told us the ending. Well, probably Sonic will win because like he's the good guy, and that's the good guy's responsibility in movies and video games and TV shows. Good guys always win, unless it's like a horror movie. Yeah. That is our list. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure drop a like, press the subscribe button, press the bell notification button so you can get notified of like my random videos that I do. More recently, I've been doing Sonic because like there's this one video I released and it got 4.4 thousand views and like 80 likes, and that was amazing. That was my best performing video, and it got copyrighted, which was great. So I'm just doing Sonic. I really want to do more, but I do love Sonic, which is why I'm doing these videos. But I'm hoping to do more than just him in the future. I know I said this next video would be not about Sonic, but it is. And yeah, that's the video. Peace.